Hello.
And welcome to Film Bastards.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome people to episode 566 of Film Bastards. I am one of your co-hosts, Mark Foster, and as ever, I am joined by...
Becky Foster, hello everyone.
And...
I don't know what you bought lots, by the way, but thank you very much. We just got it in the last half hour or so. Got no idea what it is. It's in gift wrap, but thank you.
Nice, always a pleasure, always a pleasure. Yes, it's the closest episode we've got to Christmas happening. It happens in... What is even the date?
Wednesday.
It's the
Today?
What's the date Wednesday?
Oh.
It's the 22nd today.
22nd.
Wednesday is the 25th.
Yeah. Let's fucking go. So it's almost Christmas.
Foster.
So Merry Christmas, listeners. What have we got? We've got a Christmas movie. We've got Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which isn't even set at Christmas.
No.
Just put a fucking tree in the background, you cowards. I don't know if we've got any trailers because we didn't record that long ago last time.
We've got the full Superman because it was just the teaser of it.
Yeah, we do have a trailer, yeah. And yeah, I've actually watched more than I thought I'd watched. Yeah, so there's that there. So we're looking at other bits and bats. Listen to our friends' shows. Listen to Chinsoka vs. Punter Rewatch Project, Entertainment Landfill, and all those other shows that are out there that are just spectacular, but not quite this spectacular. Yeah. Right, fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. Let's talk the Superman trailer.
It feels very cynically made to elicit feels and get people excited by dogs.
It looks very gunny. It looks very gunny. I think I am probably the most, because you were a family of X.
No. It's Superman, isn't it?
I thought it was alright. Like I'm going into it with low expectations because I'm not that much of a fan of Superman the character. I'm kind of by it. But what's her name is Lois Lane. I'm kind of like, yeah, go on then. I didn't know he had a dog.
Astro.
Crypto.
Crypto.
I was a bit like, hang on a minute, he's got a dog.
Yeah, there's super dogs being like a thing.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just a little bit like, he's got a dog.
It's got a cape on it in the fucking
Yeah,
as well.
And I was a little bit not sure I need Superman of a dog.
The best thing I've seen regarding this trailer is somebody made like a picture thing and it's him shouting for his pet.
And I sent you this, actually.
Did you send me it?
I sent it, yeah.
Oh, I thought I just saw it on social. And it's a cat, and then it's just a skeleton.
Yeah,
That's good.
It's a picture of him on his side doing the, you know, when he whistles for it, but he's doing that. And the cat just appears in the cape, and then it's just a fucking skeleton.
Yeah, that cat would give zero fucks.
Yeah, it would give zero fucks. I
would prefer it if he had a cat. A dickhead super cat.
I don't think it. I don't know. I didn't think I'd enjoy it as much as I did, but I wouldn't say that I was like, yeah, fucking I need to see that now. I was kind of like, yeah, that looks like a James Gunn Superman movie, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's almost like a blank check for James Gunn as well. Like, because, you know, he's the head of DC, or co-head of DC Studios, so in a way he can kind of do what he wants. And it would be interesting to see what drew him to Superman specifically.
Money.
I mean,
But
yeah,
I don't think Gunn's that fussed for stuff like that. I think it's Keys to the City. He could have done any of them. But he very much went, I want to take on the big boy.
You have to start with Superman, don't you? Because it's the linchpin of the whole DC thing.
Yeah. But I don't know.
He can be a very earnest filmmaker.
Yes,
Because, I mean, like, Guardians Volume 3, you know, is a story about animal abuse. You know, and like it's very hard on its sleeve. And for all the snarky kind of humour of his films. There is heart there. So it's going to be weird if his humour is in Superman too much.
That's it.
That's going to be odd.
It can't be in Superman or Clark Kent. It has to be in everybody else around it. But then does Superman's just sort of sheer sense of just being innately good in everything he does? How does that sense of humour revolve around him without him becoming the poke of fun?
Yeah. No, exactly. I mean, like, yes, I would watch a James Gunn Superman film. I'm also a bit not that bothered about it.
Yeah.
In truth, but yeah, why not?
I just don't know that. The thing is, I think Clark Kent is a more interesting character than Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a nerdy reporter, Mark.
Yeah, but he's got to be a reporter. He's got shit to do, man.
You just want to watch the everyday life of
Clark Kent. I'm just trying to wander around, just kind of not being fucking Superman for a little bit, having a bit of a rest.
I'm just get dressed and put that fucking suit on underneath it.
Yeah, and just going, man, it's fucking warm. You know, I'm supposed to get fucking power from sun, the Earth's sun rays, and I'm having to wear 2 fucking outfits.
I wonder if it's got thermal capabilities.
Yeah, and not only that, I'm guessing he's got keks on, right? Then he's got the thing on, and then he's got keks on top of the thing, and then he's got a pair of fucking chinos on top of that.
Wow.
Can you imagine when he needs to go for a pee?
I mean, I'm a woman, so yes, I can. I've worn play suits and bodysuits and all sorts.
That's fair. It just must be. He must be I'm going to hold it in, actually. I'm going to hold it in.
It would be like wearing a jumpsuit. You'd have to get completely undressed.
It'd be several jumpsuits.
Yeah.
2 pairs of kek specs.
Yeah, but
he ain't fucking freeballing in that.
I reckon the outdoor keks are attached to the unitard though.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. Or printed on.
You mean when next occasionally you'll go in and you'll go, that's a sweater and a shirt, and it's just a little bit of shirt.
Yeah. Like that. Or when you get fucking kids' pyjamas suit things. You know, the Power Ranger ones that you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a big old onesie.
Everything. Yeah.
Big old onesie.
Yeah, I reckon. You might even have sewn in inside keks.
Like a pair of swimsies.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And that would make it a lot easier, wouldn't it?
Fair enough. Yeah.
So just inside keks and pair of swimsies. Just language is a funny thing, isn't it?
We're also getting a new Anaconda movie.
Yeah, I meant to look up who's directing this.
Like the J-Lo movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack Black and Paul Rudd are returning for it.
Okay.
A returning?
Didn't want Jack Black in the original, or am I thinking of different? Who was it? There was one of them was in it.
Someone was in it.
Anaconda film. There was somebody. Oh, was it Owen Wilson?
Yes, that sounds right.
Yeah, Owen Wilson was in it. That's it.
Does he say wow?
He does say wow a lot, actually, in it.
That's interesting. Co-written and directed by Tom Gormican, who was the guy who did The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Oh, that's quite interesting then. Fair enough. That's a swerve to the left, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it?
Fuck it, go on then.
Yeah, The Anaconda. It's Jack Black, Paul Rudd, Danielle Melchior. Yeah. A group of circus performers on their way to what they think is a new performance location become stranded in a lush rainforest after the boat they were on and the captain leading the way are eaten and destroyed by an anaconda. They cross paths with a deadly poacher who is hunting the anaconda, who realises that he might now have enough bait to catch him. But being circus performers, they have a few survival tricks up their sleeves.
So Jack Black's going to be like a tightrope walker or something like that, isn't he? Or the strong man.
Strong man, I would say.
Yeah. Be funny if he played it. Wouldn't it just be an incredibly un-PC thing for him to play the bearded lady?
Comes out Christmas Day in the US next year.
Yeah.
Going up against Avatar.
Good. Yeah. And isn't also is it The Handmaiden, the Sydney Sweeney, what's the name? Film. That's out December, 25th December as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the guy who did Immaculate doing that, is it? Or
I think so, yeah.
Well, some varied programming.
That is a bit, yeah. That's wild, that. Fair enough. That's 3 bangers to go and see at that time of year.
Do you mean The Housemaid?
Housemaid, that's the one. Yeah, I'm sure Sydney Sweeney announced on the Insta of the Grams that was coming out Christmas Day. Let me check.
I'll go see Anaconda.
What?
I'll go see Anaconda. You can go have a lovely time with Sydney Sweeney.
I will. Can't find it, but I'm sure she did announce it yesterday that was coming out Christmas Day. Right, should we review a movie?
Let's do it.
Do it.
Let's fucking go. I'm going to find out what IMDb says about it. But Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which, when the title card came up, I was a bit tired, right? And it came up and it said, Sonic 3, the Hedgehog. I was like, have they called the third one the Hedgehog? And then it took me a few seconds to realise, no, it's just Sonic the Hedgehog 3. But I swear the 3 comes up before the Hedgehog bit.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I remember noticing that.
And so it just felt a little bit weird. I know I'd seen the second one because we reviewed it, but I can't remember a single freaking thing that happened in the second one.
Genuinely,
Knuckles
no.
Was there. I was like, where did he come in? And then I started to remember, like, it was there to fight, didn't they? So, Sonic, Knuckles and Tails reunite against a powerful new adversary, Shadow, a mysterious villain with powers unlike anything they have faced before. Kind of like bits they've faced before. With their abilities outmatched, Team Sonic must seek out an unlikely alliance. Yeah. Ian. It's pretty fucking good, isn't it?
I really enjoyed it. I like we just said there. I couldn't tell you a thing about the second one. The first one I remember being quite fun because it's kind of like James Marsden and Sonic kind of buddy movie thing. So yeah, I remember quite enjoying that. But this, yeah, I thought it was really, really good. Like kind of fun for all the family kind of stuff. To be honest, looks great. Looks really, really fucking good. I thought Shadow's arc worked for me. The whole not giving in to like revenge and whatnot. I mean, sure, it's been done in loads of films, but I thought it was pretty well done. Like that sequence where they're sat on the moon and the sun comes up. I almost teared up. The
thing is, like you say, it's a little bit like, come on, but then again, you're also like, nah, it works in this. It works.
It's very sweet, and considering it's a video game adaptation, it doesn't necessarily feel cynical. And I don't like Jim Carrey. I'm assuming just improvised his entire performance.
Apparently, yeah.
But I mean, I don't know what odds you would have got on. There will be a 3-minute long dancing sequence with 2 Jim Carreys dancing to Chemical Brothers in this, and yet, Yeah, I had a great time. Lots had a great time. Fair fucking play.
Yep. Bex, what did you think?
So I really enjoyed it. It's good as a film as a whole. I loved all the Team Sonic stuff. The James Marsden stuff works great. I just legitimately hated the expansion of the Robotnik stuff. All of that stuff was just fucking painful to watch.
Did you know? I quite enjoyed it. To be fair, I laughed quite heartily at. It's almost as if we're in a movie being played by the same actor.
Yeah, that's fine, but it's just it just felt really gross, to be honest. Like it was just a bit like Ian saying it was surprisingly uncynical for a computer game movie. Just the inclusion of stuff like the damn you autocorrect bit with the fence and just a lot
That was pretty good.
I really liked that. I laughed. I laughed a lot at that bit. It was really silly. It was silly.
And the fart jokes and stuff like that. It was just a bit like.
But
I just didn't need so much Robotnik and his fucking granddad.
can I posit something there?
Go on.
What I have really enjoyed about the Sonic movies, the bits that I cannot remember from number 2, but I remember enjoying number 2, even though I can't remember anything that happened, is they are unequivocally for kids. And kids find fart jokes funny.
Fair.
You know, and I'm kind of alright with that. But yeah, I did laugh quite a lot at the defence bit.
I don't know, it just felt like certain bits of the Robotnik stuff were put there for the grown-ups, and I don't like that. Just let it be a sweet, earnest kids film.
There, but...
Which is what it is in all other bits.
Another bit that I did actually really like about it was, I think we all said at different points about the trailer that Keanu Reeves' voice felt wrong as Shadow. Straight away in the movie, I was like, no, actually this works. I thought it worked all right. Actually, I was all right with it as a full bit. It made more sense there.
Mm.
Well, I mean, it's like the director showed him the sad Keanu meme and was just like, do the voice that looks like this.
Yeah, yeah. It just like when he had the motorbike, my brain went, "Where's he got a motorbike from?" And then my brain went, "It don't matter. It's fucking cool, you idiot." Like,
I mean, I did think, why isn't he just running as well?
yeah, he's got a motorbike.
But yeah, he's got a motorbike. Fuck it.
Don't like Tails.
Aww.
I didn't like Tails in the game.
No, you never liked Tails.
No. No. I think when I got Sonic 2 for my birthday once. Well, that was the only time I got it, to be fair. But I got Sonic 2 for my birthday, and I remember getting the first time to play with Tails, just going, he's shit.
He can fly.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like him for some reason.
Fair.
It is a him, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's voiced by a girl.
Voiced by a girl, but it is a him.
Mm.
I'm not sure. Yeah, don't like Tails.
I mean, it that's not helped by the fact that I actually think Idris Elba is really putting in a shift as Knuckles.
Yep. He's way more impressive than the last one I had to fight.
Yeah. Dude, I'm standing right here.
I like the Robotnik stuff.
That's fine. That's the only bit I didn't. But the thing is, do you know what? I could live with the Robotnik stuff being as zany as it is, being as fucking fart jokey as it is. If there wasn't so much of it, it's too much of him and not enough of the hedge pigs, and that's the bit that's better. I like that bit better. So it's not that
I will trade you 20% less Robotnik for 100% less Tails.
That's fine. I do enjoy the bit where Knuckles is like, I'm a 1,000,000% muscle. That was really good.
And even his teeth have muscles.
Yeah.
That was good.
The thing is, they are so, like, I think we use the word earnest quite a lot in this podcast. They are so earnest and so kind of like pure of spirit. That it works really well, and it looks really good because the outside locations look like they shot it somewhere that has natural air, but the other bits of it, it's a computer game. It's based on a computer game, so it can look like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to take good CG for granted these days, but I mean they are great. Like those animated creatures, like they just look like they're there, and it's we knock bad CG quite a lot, but. They really put their money where their mouth is with this. Like they just look great, and the film itself looks really nice.
Can you imagine though? Right, let's just go back in time for a second to when Ugly Sonic was a thing. Can you imagine if they hadn't changed that? Do you reckon we'd be 3 films deep with a 4th being teased in the post credit?
No.
But when you compare this to Craven the Hunter, when it looks like he's jumping on a stick up a wall, this, none of it, it all looks.
Yeah.
You don't look at it and go, ooh, that looks a little bit iffy.
And I mean, it helps that it's Blur Studios, which is like Tim Miller, his company, and they're like at the forefront of visual effects in Hollywood. So the fact it's actually one of their films, I think, like helps there. But it's just like the fact that like the cinematography is really good, the production design's really good. Like there's a lot of A-game stuff here for a family film, and I haven't seen Mufasa yet. I'm taking Lottie to see that on Christmas Eve, but I bet I don't have nearly as good a time with Mufasa as I did Sonic 3.
No.
Mufasa may be impressive with like its visual effects and Barry Jenkins directing it and stuff like that, but this film is fun, and it's good looking fun.
Yeah.
And that's great. That'll do.
And he meets DOP on it is Brendan Trost, and he's good. He's got a good eye. He makes quite good looking movies. But he just makes weird movies sometimes. Like he's doing the new Naked Gun.
Is he directing that?
It's Akiva Schaffer that's directing it.
Oh, that's right. God, that film is going to rule.
Yeah. I mean, Liam Neeson just feels like the perfect casting for that.
And there's Pamela Anderson as the Priscilla Presley replacement.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fucking fascinating.
Wild, the fact that it's based on a fucking an original story idea by Seth MacFarlane as well.
Oh really? Oh great.
Yeah, Busta Rhymes is in it as well apparently.
Good.
But back to this. I had a really good time with Sonic 3. It's just good family fun. It's maybe a smidge too long, but no point was I bored.
No, like I say, it's. I'm not being super negative on it. I could have just used less
Sounds
Robotnik.
like you are a little bit.
And I don't think his performance is as good as it is in the other two either.
Sonic?
No, Carey. So that's my only gripe. But overall, I really liked it.
Great time.
I'm assuming you watched both post credits, Ian.
There were 2.
There's like an after credits as well.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? No, we left after the mid credits.
It's just Knuckles' sick trainers picking up his bracelet.
What?
Knuckles' sick trainers. That's
Yeah.
the only bit of him you see.
Yeah.
Is fucking Oswego's or whatever he's got on, and then he takes his bracelet off when he's pushing the thing away.
Shadow, yeah, because that's what you can confuse.
Sorry, yeah.
Shadow's still alive.
Picking up his little bracelet, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'll tell Lots that. Should be happy with that. She was really sad that Shadow died.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's alive. He's
right.
there. I'm sure you're going to find the post-creds on
Yeah,
YouTube.
can probably find it online. Yeah.
Just gonna have a look and see what our audience poll. That definitely not shit. Just a really fucking good time,
Yeah,
and it is. I think it's the best
Yeah,
of the three
same.
for me.
Fair.
Yeah, I think easily the best of the three.
It's quite good because somebody who I saw a review that I can't remember who it was, that somebody put on saying that they weren't a Sonic fan. They didn't like the first two, but they loved this one, and that it said it is genuinely a really good family movie, and that made me go, oh, all right, I'm a little bit more interested in this now. It doesn't just feel like the third one along the line. It feels like it might have something, and it's a really, really good time.
It's on sorry, just the average rating for it on Letterboxd at the moment is 3.7 out of 5.
Yeah.
That's really good.
That is really good, and the fact is, I'm about to push that rating up a little bit because I give it 3.5, and I was being minge faced. I need to change that to 4 because it's a 4-star film.
Yeah.
There we go.
I actually think Keanu Reeves is really good as Shadow as well.
Yeah.
I like the fact that his first line in it is like, "Well, aren't you a colourful bunch?" It's great.
He kind of like he straddles a line between being a bit of a prick, but just also being just quite cool.
He's just so emo, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a bit emo. Yeah. Yeah.
He's wearing some sick red eyeliner though.
Definitely not shit 67% and shit 33%.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fair.
What have you been watching, Ian? What have you been up to?
Yeah, I've got a few actually, funnily enough. Yeah, considering we only recorded on Wednesday, all Christmas related. So I had the absolute pleasure of seeing Black Christmas on the big screen on Friday night, which was lovely. I think it was. I don't think it was like a 4K. It definitely wasn't a 4K presentation or anything like that. But it was it was great seeing it big and loud. And the thing that really struck me about it this time round, and I think because it was big and loud, was the score and the sound design.
Sound design's fucking great on that movie.
Yeah. Like, the score feels like a lot of pianos got chucked down flights of stairs. But that, and like there's one scene where it's like an atonal version of a Christmas song, and I can't remember the song, is like playing in the background, and it helps create this atmosphere of just paranoia and kind of loneliness, and it was done as a presentation by the Evolution of Horror podcast, and they had the host Mike Munzer and one of the regular guests, Becky Dark, I believe her name is, came along to intro it and then do a Q&A after. And it was interesting because Becky was saying, it's kind of terrifying that all these deaths happen in this house, and like they're up in the attic, they're right there around these, like under these girls' noses the entire time, and they're just there. And that really struck a chord with me, actually, just like how creepy that idea is. And it was interesting because they asked at the start, like, a show of hands, how many people had never seen it before, and I'd say probably about half the cinema put their hands up.
Yeah.
And people, it kind of felt like people were there to watch a bad old Christmas horror film.
Yeah,
and
it's a really good horror film.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So like when Olivia Hussey like is on the phone and she's like, hello, who is this? Like, with a very kind of clipped kind of accent, people started laughing, and I was a bit like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
But the comedic bits land, even though that's really like mainly in the first half. The second half, there's fuck all funny stuff, but people stopped laughing at things and just got in with the vibe. and that film just works. And a spoiler alert for the end of Black Christmas for anybody who's never seen it, but I never twigged, and they mentioned this in the Q&A at the end, but I never twigged that when the phone is ringing at the end, he basically makes the phone, he does the phone calls like after he's killed someone. And so that basically means that, yeah, okay, he's definitely killed Olivia Hussey. Because I always thought it was a bit of almost like an ambiguous ending for what was going to happen there. But no, the phone rings. And that, just the end credits as well, where it's like, it's the phone ringing and it just gets louder and louder and louder as the credits are rolling. I mean, honest, I know I've talked about Black Christmas several times on the show, but like, what a fucking film! What a film!
Yeah, it's such a good film.
I God, and the Margot Kidder kill as well. And like before it, she's kind of like screaming, and she wakes up and she's having an asthma attack, and she's like, "I dreamt that someone was like standing over me," and like Billy was, and then when she kind of wakes up later on, and then he's just there over her with kind of like the light shining on like half his face, man, and you just see his eye kind of bulging. Like, fucking hell. Which again,
that's Bob Clark, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure he plays the character.
No, I mean it's what a fucking picture! What a picture! And in the UK at the moment, it's free to watch on Tubi. And I didn't watch, well, obviously I went to the cinema to watch it, but I looked it up yesterday because I was talking to someone about it. So, you can watch it with ads for free, like now.
Yeah.
So yeah, Black Christmas, absolute banger. They need to get a UK 4K around because I've got the US 4K, but I can't play the Blu-ray disc. So, yeah. So Black Christmas, Home Alone, very watchable.
Yeah. We used to do Home Alone on Christmas Day, don't we, Vex?
Yes.
It's kind of insane how incredible the John Williams score is.
Yeah.
Like, why he's doing that level of because Home Alone at the time, no one knew what it was gonna become.
No.
It was just a family comedy starring Macaulay Culkin, and you've got John Williams putting in like god tier work in it. Like Carol of the Bells, I think the one track is that it's kind of used everywhere now. And then and also the like that one's used everywhere. Like it's
a fucking great score.
Yeah, it's wild that it's that score for this film, but now because it is like a Christmas classic, it's like it's kind of appropriate, but just wild at the time.
I mean, the mad thing is, cause I remember Home Alone coming out, and I remember going to see it in the cinema, and it being like a big deal. But
please tell me you didn't see fucking Home Alone on your own.
No, I saw Home Alone 2 on my own.
Who'd you got a Home Alone with?
I'm not sure, actually. I might be on my own, actually.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But, like, it cost, like, $18 million.
To go to the cinema? Wild.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I really enjoyed that.
Fucking paper round. Fucking delivered a lot for that. But it made, and this is, bear in mind, this is 1990, it made just shy of $500 million. It's insane how successful that movie was.
Yeah.
And it's number 1 on Disney Plus at the moment.
Of course, yeah. Because it always will be.
It's just a banger, isn't it?
Yeah. I need to see, like yearly, what worldwide. Let's have a look. I want to see in 1990 what the highest grossing movie was. Home Alone. Home Alone was the highest grossing movie worldwide that year. It beat Ghost, Dances with Wolves, Pretty Woman, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, wild. But yeah, Home Alone, just stone cold banger of a film. And if I wanted to see it in the cinema, I could see it. There's 2 showings at the Odeon on Tuesday.
I am glad that stuff like that Home Alone is basically on every year at the cinema.
I mean, yeah, actually, look, I mean, the fucking hell, the Odeon, they've got Polar Express, Muppet Christmas Carol, Home Alone, and Elf all on Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
fair play.
The idea now of them going, we can release films we've already got, not even new shit, and people will come and see it.
Yeah.
Is really cool.
Fucking hell, Spirited Away's coming out again in cinemas on Boxing Day.
Ooh.
I watched that not long ago, which is a shame because I don't think I could necessarily be asked to go see it. But that's a shame.
We've done Spirited Away in the cinema, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
They've got Ghibli's got new distribution partners in the UK now, so I feel like this might be a prelude to it coming out on 4K or something.
Yeah.
Which would be great because only The Boy and the Heron's available in 4K so far.
It's weird, isn't it?
But I mean, like Miyazaki's notoriously quite handsy when it comes to his home entertainment licensing.
Yeah.
So there's that. But yeah, Spirited Away 4K would be lovely. Anyway, I talked about Die Hard last time round, I believe. Yes. But I watched Die Hard 2.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is
Underrated.
now like fully in my Christmas rotation. I really like Die Hard 2. It's not Die Hard, but like nothing is.
If Die Hard didn't exist and Die Hard 2 was Die Hard, I think we'd still, maybe not quite as much, but Die Hard 2 would be a classic.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I mean, I think the reason why it's maybe not as talked about or remembered, to be honest, I think is the bit where they make the plane crash, and it is just halfway through this film, it's like 250 people are dead, and then 5 minutes later, Bruce Willis is making sarky quips to himself again.
Yeah, there's a little bit of maybe can't do that.
Yeah, it's a bit. I could see, because I mean, look, Alan Rickman. As I said last time round, it's like it's a good thing he kills Takagi because otherwise you'd want him to survive by the end of the film. With this, they aggressively go, no, William Sadler is a fucking prick.
He's a piece of shit.
I really like it. I like the cast of characters. Dennis Franz is just doing some brilliant supporting work in it. Sadler's a great bad guy. You've got the cool twist in the second half where the SWAT team turn out to be in on it as well, or like the military team, and then the way that Sadler and co are killed with McClane releasing the fuel and then being booted off the plane and then just lighting a fucking cigarette up. And then the trail of fuel just kind of goes up and then goes into the plane and explodes. I think that's great because it is. Well, how's he going to take out all these guys? It wouldn't make any sense because with Die Hard, he's got the element of them not really know what's going on and just picking them off one by one. Until late on, with this, they know who he is. They know he's there. So just have him blow up the plane. Great. Die Hard 2, really, really solid. Nasty as well. Like, the icicle in the eye is pretty rough.
I like the fact that as well for Die Hard, they based it on a different book by a different writer about a different person and just changed it to be Die Hard 2.
I mean, that's funny. And then Die Hard with a Vengeance was a different script that was then rewritten as a Die Hard film as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really I'm actually looking forward to watching all of them because at least it's Bruce Willis. So once we get Christmas out the way, I'll be plugging on with the diehards. But yeah, we only recorded on Wednesday, so that's it for me.
Cool. Bex, what have you been watching?
So I've only watched one movie on my own. So I watched Shutter.
Is that Kiefer Sutherland? No, that's Mirrors.
That's Mirrors. Shutter is a remake, like an American remake of a Korean movie. I found out after, but
sounds like that kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's actually, because I was thinking it's really not very well reviewed, and a lot of people in the reviews are like, "Oh, just watch the original," which fine. But I actually feel like if you're gonna do a remake of a Korean or a Japanese or like a K horror, J horror movie, this one actually does quite a sensible thing with it in that the horror-y stuff is based there instead of them just
transporting it
to America
and we've got whites in it.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Like a Caucasian long black-haired ghost does not look as scary as a Japanese long black-haired ghost. It just doesn't. So by doing it this way...
It's like Henry and Joe, isn't it?
And it's a bit appropriate-y, because like J-horrors are the way that they are because of the way that they view the afterlife.
Yeah.
And then just bringing it over into America and just doing the same thing, it does feel a little bit like... Yeah, but you don't get it, though. You don't get the lore behind it. Whereas this, it does do it better in that sense. But yeah, so basically Joshua Jackson plays a bit of a bad dickhead who gets his mates to rape his girlfriend to get her to go away. She then commits suicide and haunts
Fucking hell, really?
Yeah.
That's the plot?
That's fucking hell, Joshua.
But you don't know until quite late in that he even knows her. And then you don't know for a while what they did to her. He just tells his missus that, oh yeah, no, she got really clingy and then I had to like bin her off and blah blah blah.
Oh, so his ex is the ghost.
His ex is the ghost, yeah, and she's
fucking pissed.
She's really angry.
She's gonna be so angry.
She gets her revenge though. It's great.
Good.
And what's her face? His wife leaves him, which is also good.
Wouldn't you?
Well, yeah. She finds a video. She finds a video of a video or photos of the abuse, I guess.
Yeah.
Of this poor girl. Yeah, but he's kept. Why would you keep that?
Photo of it, you prick.
Yeah. Well, he's so. Right, so that he gets his mates to take inappropriate, to be inappropriate with her while he's taking photos, so that he can basically, if she won't then leave him alone, because she has got quite clingy, blackmail her with it. But then they go further with it and he doesn't stop them.
This sounds grim.
She also kills them.
Sounds really depressing.
It sounds just horrible.
I mean, she gets him in the end. He tries to get rid of her by like electrocuting himself in the temple. I don't know how that was supposed to work, but that was his plan.
Dumbass.
But he just becomes like he's in a mental institution at the end, just like completely non-responsive, and it shows you like the reflection. So one of the things is like she's sat on his shoulders, like he's stooped to like limping and stuff throughout the movie, and it turns.
Hang on a second, yeah. Look, I think I've seen this because he complains about it through the film, doesn't he?
He goes to the doctors to see if there's anything wrong with him, and the nurse is like really confused by his weight that she takes, and then like at the end when it reveals, so he's trying to take photos with a Polaroid camera to see where she is in the apartment to try and sort of fight her. I don't know. But then he drops the camera and it takes a photo of him and she's just on his shoulders, and then it flashes to various points during the film where he's been like rubbing his shoulders or like hunched over, and it flashes to them in the hospital when he's getting his weight taken, and it's like 2 persons worth of weight because she's there. And then in the mental institution in the end where he's just like just living out his life. The reflection in the window shows her just like still sat on his shoulders. Just still hauling the fuck out of him. It's great.
So that you prick.
Yeah. Fuck you, Josh Jackson.
Yep.
But yeah, really enjoyed it. And it was a nice break from the... Let's be honest, a lot of the movies that you watch at this time are very saccharine. It was quite a nice break from that.
It doesn't sound very saccharine, it sounds quite nasty.
Yeah.
Me now.
Yeah, well, we could do Us.
Yeah, let's do Us. So we watched 2 movies. One is a Christmas movie and it's not a Christmas movie.
Okay.
I would say.
I would say neither of them are Christmas movies.
And the other one isn't a Christmas movie.
Neither of them are Christmas movies.
No, but this one I think is kind of weirdly viewed, almost like a Christmas movie, but it's not.
It feels Christmassy.
Feels Christmassy. So we watched
So speaking of Macaulay Culkin family films,
John Candy films,
Yeah.
written by John Hughes. We watched Uncle Buck, didn't we?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. It's been a long time since I've watched Uncle
same, yeah.
Buck. And the first thing I'll say before we get into more of it is it's been a long time since I watched Uncle Buck, and I am now angry with myself that I haven't watched Uncle Buck more in the past, 30 odd years.
But I think it's like I said to you after we'd watched it, it's because it feels like a Christmas movie, so you don't watch it any other time of year, but it's also not a Christmas movie, so you don't watch it at Christmas.
Yeah.
But I think we'll just wrap it into our Christmas rotation because it feels really Christmassy.
It does feel Christmassy even though it's not set at Christmas. But it's just... John Candy is so good at playing these lovable but, not quite fully rounded characters. But the great thing that Uncle Buck does is he is like the idea that for anyone who doesn't know the story of Uncle Buck, it's that he has to go and look after his brother's kids because his brother and his brother's wife have to go away very quickly because her dad's had a heart attack.
Do you reckon it's because he saw a picture of her?
Possibly. And they can't get anyone to look after the kids, so he has to come and look after the kids, and he has a little bit of Arrested Development, doesn't he?
No, I don't think he does. I think he's
A little bit listless.
He's just living his fucking life the way that he wants to, rather than conforming to societal norms.
Yeah. But what the film kind of goes across is that she thinks that he won't be able to do it and that he's irresponsible.
Yeah.
And he's not.
No.
He doesn't struggle with any of it. The only thing he struggles with is getting the washing machine to work.
Yeah.
But he's good at, he's good with the kids. There's no fish out of water bits within it.
Yeah, there's no there's a baby there and he doesn't know how to change a diaper.
Yeah.
Like that. There's no that kind of moment, is there?
He's good at doing all the bits. And him winding up the eldest kid's boyfriend.
Bug.
Yeah. By the hatchet bit.
That's hilarious.
And he goes, it keeps going on. So basically he goes to, she says she's going out and she's studying at a friend's house. And he's like, yeah, I bet you are. So then she just goes to pick her up at the hangout point that he knows will be there because he grew up in this town. And she's basically just giving him shit. And he winds the boyfriend up by talking about a hatchet
That he keeps in his car.
that he keeps in his car, and then goes over at the car and she's saying to the boyfriend, he's just winding you up, he doesn't have a hatchet. And then he pulls out a hatchet out of the boot and he's waving it at him, saying, come have a look!
Yeah.
And then he literally kidnaps him.
He does keep it. He was cheating on.
Yeah.
So.
But John
She's
Candy...
a dick for the majority of the film.
What?
She deserves
it.
treatment that she gets off it.
Yeah. But then the wonderfulness of when he finally catches up with her and she's like, when she's just basically gone off for the night and caused all this drama, and he catches up with her and she's like, look, everything you said would happen. And he's like, yeah, I know. It's like, right, go on, say it. And he's like, I'm not going to say anything. You've had a rough night. It's like, are you going to tell our parents? I don't think we need to do it.
Yeah.
And it's just, at every point, he does the right thing. And at the only point where he's about to do the wrong thing, he catches himself and just goes, No. And then I read, saying to you, Bex, like that, I read a thing about it where, in another version of the script, where it's the point where essentially he is the way that he makes his money is he bets on horse races that he knows are fixed. And he gets basically a tip off about this horse being fixed, and he asked her to look after the kids that night. The eldest to look after the younger kids that night, and she just pisses off. So he almost sets off to go at this race, but doesn't even set off with the two younger kids, but doesn't even set off and catches himself. And John Candy was saying there's a version of the script where he does set off and he does go at the race, and John Candy was like, I am not doing this. And bear in mind it was written for him. Was like, I am not doing this if that happens. He has to not do that. He has to be he has to be responsible throughout the entire thing. Otherwise it doesn't work. That's the one thing he can't be fallible with, is he has to be great with the kids. And it's such a lovely, sweet movie.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
And then we need a little bit of a break from Christmas, didn't we?
Back on it though, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to get back on it, but we need a little bit of a break, didn't we?
A little bit of a break.
What did we watch, Becky?
We watched the Laugh Riot Blood Diamond.
Yeah, we did. We watched Blood Diamond. Because if you need a little bit of a break from all that sickly sweet, which I really enjoy at Christmas,
and you don't want to watch a Joshua Jackson rape movie,
and I would not have wanted to watch the Joshua Jackson rape movie. No.
You've watched it before.
Huh?
You've watched it.
I know I've watched it before.
Just saying.
But yeah, we watched Blood Diamond, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. It's fucking bleak, this film.
It's hey, do you want to stare at the pit of the human soul? Here it is. Here are all these diamonds. Would you still buy them if you knew what happened to them? Yeah, the people probably would. Shit. It's the movie.
Do you want to feel shit about that rock on your finger? Watch this movie.
Yeah, it is. I genuinely do think that this is one of DiCaprio's most underrated performances.
Mine's an antique as well. There's no way mine's ethical.
There's no way yours came from like a good source. No. Yours is like 170 years old. There's no way people didn't die getting your engagement ring.
That's sad, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Probably children as well.
Fuck's sake.
But I remember there being a lot of like criticism when this came out about the accent and taking from it from the first scene you get with it, where he's talking and saying, oh, he's trying to talk in this really weird like South African voice, and it's like, no, he's speaking Afrikaans, he's speaking a different language.
Yeah.
That's the point. It's an actual language, and it sounds fucking weird when you hear it. But yeah, it's incredibly bleak, but it's got. I think genuinely, I think DiCaprio's fantastic in it. It's a great performance. Juan Husano is fucking great in it. But
Who?
Juan Husano.
Can you still not say that?
No, I can't. But David Harewood gives one of, I think, the all-time great bad guy performances.
Oh yeah, that hit.
He's fucking incredible as a bad guy in it. He just plays, if you want to look at like what evil looks like, it is that guy. It's quite fantastic.
I like what's his face as like his old commander as well.
Arnold Vosloo, yeah. He plays it very, again, like you get the feeling like, I mean, he's South Africa. You get the feeling that he knows people like that.
He's not, he's Egyptian.
He's not Egyptian, man.
He is, I saw him in The Mummy.
No, it wasn't a documentary.
Was it not?
No.
Wild.
No, it wasn't.
I did wonder why Rachel Weisz was there.
Yeah.
Didn't know she used to be a librarian.
She probably did used to be a librarian.
She'd make the hottest fucking librarian going though, wouldn't she?
I mean, just for the sheer fantasy of it all, let's say she was.
Yeah.
Everyone's happier now, aren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
Yeah. Right. Alright, fuck it. I watched 2 other movies. Right. I'll get to the other one in a second. Right. So I watch movies at work on my lunch. I finished a movie. I thought I had longer of a movie left than I did. And then unfortunately the only movie I had downloaded was this one. And I don't know why I downloaded it. I think I forgot that it was as bad as it was. So I watched again.
So this is a rewatch?
Yeah.
God, you're an idiot.
I rewatched Best Christmas Ever.
The sigh says it all, Ian.
It's not very good. Like, I didn't think it was very good last time.
What was the objective behind it? Just like confirm your understanding that it was shit.
No, it's the only one he had available.
It was the only one I had available. But the issue with it is, my brain, I think, went, but it can't be that bad because it's got Heather Graham being adorable in it. And then I remember, it wasn't until I started watching it, I was like, but it's also got Brandy Norwood being just insane in the fact that she is so bad that it is incomprehensible to think that somebody actually didn't just go, should we just shut down production?
Aren't they in a blimp at some point?
Yeah, at one point.
Yeah,
and,
happened.
Her husband literally assaults Heather Graham at one point by karate kicking her in the face.
Yeah, that's right.
The husband is introduced by Jason Biggs saying to, because he's married to Heather Graham, because of course that could happen, by saying, you know, whatever you do, don't stare. And then she walks in and starts staring as Valentino is juicing an orange, wearing just a sleeveless shirt that says Mexico on it, because of course all Mexicans would wear a shirt that says the country of origin on it, as he's squeezing an orange. And I think I said this last year when I talked about it. If you're going to have that line, and you're going to have like this happens several times, that he's in slow-mo and people just stare at him. If you're going to have the character have that, cast somebody attractive.
Fair.
He's not a bad-looking guy, but you've got to cast somebody who is holy fuck. And there are a lot of holy fuck generic skin jobs you could cast.
Yeah.
For this. And he's not that. He's not that good looking. Like, he's just not.
No.
Is he? I'm sure
No,
you're picture making.
No.
You know, he's a good looking dude, but he's not. Heather Graham would stop and go and just like tilt her head to a side and be like, oh my god. Yeah. It's an absolute steaming heap of shit, this movie. So yeah, I'll probably watch it again next year.
You better not.
I genuinely will not. I probably still will watch Home Sweet Home Alone. Oh. Do you know what I will not watch next year? Right?
What's that, Matt?
I will not watch Red One next year. What if somebody who works in logistics LinkedIn profile would write a movie? Ian, can you explain to me at any point why Santa has to be Hedge in this?
Because everybody Dwayne Johnson respects is Hench, and he respects Santa.
That genuinely might be the only reason. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, no, it's just his whole. Everybody has to be giving it 150% all the time. So yeah, of course Santa's ripped because he's got to do the shit that he does at the end, the like delivering all the stuff really quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Credit J.K. Simmons. He looks great for his age.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, and he does. I mean, it's one of the few times you'll ever watch Lucy Liu in something and go, she's boring. Because all she does is walk around and say exposition.
Yeah, she's exposition dumping the entire time. And I mean, God, that fucking shit that he came out with the other day about verticals or whatever it was.
Yeah. Had to overcome a lot of vertical hindrances or something like that.
It's... But the thing is, yeah, it's got loads of views on Prime, but I don't know, it's a film that was literally out in cinemas 4 weeks before coming on Prime, starring The Rock and Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Of course it's going to be huge.
Yeah. And the other bit there is, I'm sorry, mate, but you're supposed to be the biggest star on the planet in your own little mind. And this costs $250 million. And A, it's permanently in darkness. So yes, it looks expensive, but fucking right. I'm going back. I'm getting back on my fucking soapbox now. I've got off it a little bit. I'm getting back on it. Right. The production design, or Chris Morgan's screenplay, or Jake Kasdan's decisions, or probably The Rock's decisions, but the fucking costume he wears is preposterous. Right? And then the car that they have, it's just all going, seriously, was this designed by a fucking 15-year-old in 1992? It's just... Does he think it looks fucking cool? It doesn't. You look like a just massive knobhead.
It's going to be interesting to see how this does on Prime next year.
Yeah.
Whether people, revisit it.
Yeah. But even... Alright, the reindeers are always shit in things. Because they're shit creatures. Right?
They're not shit.
They are shit creatures.
What's your problem with reindeers, Mark?
He's never met one.
I've actually not met one, no.
Have you actually not?
No.
Never ever?
No, I met a goat once and they don't like me.
Reindeers aren't goats.
I know, I'm just saying I met a goat once. They like me. Most animals like me. A goat fucking hates me.
Goats don't like you,
Goats do not like me.
Reindeer
Goats don't like many people.
This goat liked people and it spat at me.
Oh.
Reindeer are lovely.
The pricks, mate. Like, smell bad. Don't like them.
They don't.
I bet they do. But this film even makes them boring and just knobheads. Oh, but of course, they really like The Rock's character. Santa walks in and he's like, "Hey guys, you alright?" And they're like, "Meh, meh, 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 meh." And then he walks and he's like, "Hey," and they're all like, at him.
What do they say when Santa
Meh,
comes?
meh, meh, meh.
Muff, 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 muff.
That's literally what happens.
And what do they say when...
Just at that point, I was like, "Oh, fuck off!"
Fair.
Just fuck off the movie.
Sounds shit.
It's an absolute fucking waste of time. Yeah, just fucking hell. Please don't watch it, anybody.
I think what we've gleaned from this holiday season is that you can't be trusted to pick Christmas movies to watch on your own.
Best Christmas ever is better than that.
Fair.
It is. It's just... I genuinely would like to sit down with The Rock and go, "Can you explain to me why any of that was fun? Where the enjoyment came out of that? You took the idea of Christmas and turned it
Militarised
it and turned it into a logistics explanation and had an earpiece but also a wrist piece. Fucking make your mind up, you knobhead.
He needs to go away for a bit, doesn't he?
It's just not if it was a military operation, funding would have been cut the fuck years ago. And wouldn't be a fucking secret.
I feel like Fat Man does this principle better.
And the other bit, right? So, It turns out that toy stores, right, are portals that Santa and people that revolve around Santa can just bounce through.
Okay.
Right? Could they go through store cupboards? Genuinely a thing. And that some toys, but not all, that you can use this fucking ray thing to turn it into like real things. So you can get like a fucking whatever they are, cars, you know, the die-cast cars. Hot rods, are they?
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels, that's the pricks. And he puts that on the ground and then shoots it with this thing, fucking car. Right?
Ooh,
That's where they pick the absolute fucking, like, 15-year-old would have had a fucking wank over in 1991 car.
Love it.
Right? And he gets it, fucking puts it down, right? This is how fucking secretive it is. Looks around, looks up and down the street, and then zaps it, car fucking appears. What, and nobody fucking noticed?
Mm.
But he looked up and down the street to make sure no one would.
Yeah, because in The Rock's mind, if he looks like that, he would notice everything. Honestly, it makes the fucking Jack Reacher disappears if he wears a baseball cap seem, yeah, that's fucking plausible in comparison to this absolute dump truck of wankery that this is. People who like this movie like the High Performance Podcast. That is the worst thing you can say about something.
I don't understand
Yeah.
the reference. But it's fine, you don't need to explain
Yeah,
it.
this will be the High Performance Podcast movie of the year.
Yeah, Jake Humphrey's seen this 5 times.
Yeah, Jake Humphries sat down and watched with his kids and just watched this and then sucked all the joy out of Christmas by explaining the logistics of getting Santa to all
And then
these
sent them
places.
to bed because they got to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, to read a book on fucking double speed.
Yep.
The absolute lemon of a cunt of a man. Yes, that's what I watched this week.
Not a
You
bad-
don't get that angry that often.
I don't. It's just fucking shit. Right, we do have some questions. We have a question. Here we fucking go. Ethan Barr says, "Happy Christmas, folks. Happy Christmas Eve." And Dylan asks us, "I'm coming round to your house to put a film on that would ruin everyone's Christmas. What is that film?"
Evidently
Red One. I would say we can't have Red One. But you come round
Irreversible.
Which one?
Irreversible.
Fucking hell. Yeah. Imagine that. All the families round at Christmas and you go, we'll watch this. It's in French, but it's, you know, you'll like it.
Doesn't it start with Vincent Cassel, like, smashing a guy's head in with a fire extinguisher?
It does, yeah. It does.
Yeah. And then it just gets happier from there.
It just gets happier from there. Yeah.
So good though.
It's an incredible feat of filmmaking, is what I would say.
No, not even like the technical side of it. It's a good film.
It's a good.
Yeah, it's a good film.
It's a good film. I just don't think anyone needs to have seen it more than maybe twice.
I've watched
I
it.
know. What's yours, Bex? Whole family's round. And you're going to stick on a film that's just going to sap all the air out of it. Is it that Shutter film you watched?
No, because that got me that made me feel more Christmassy because the juxtaposition in tone was like, oh yeah, every Christmas film's felt better since.
Yeah.
So no, probably something real dry about a financial crisis, I would say, just to really like, oh, you know all that money you've spent. Yeah, money's shit.
Yeah.
Rug can be pulled out from it.
Becky puts on fucking Margin Call.
It's
a great movie. Don't get me wrong. Great fucking movie, but yeah, you want me to watch it on like a...
Oh, is that the one where everyone gets fired? Like, is that the one where they're going around and firing people?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
not seen that.
What would I put on to just ruin fucking Christmas?
What about, like... Go on.
It'd have to be something I really like that nobody else does.
So, I was thinking, like, just stick on the original Solaris. It's 3 hours long. It's pretty sad.
Yeah.
There's, like, literally a scene of someone driving that's about 10 minutes long.
anything by Bellatar.
Yeah, no, exactly.
The Three Colours trilogy. It's Christmassy. It's Christmas colours.
Me too, am I?
Yeah. I feel like you can't say Salo for this because it's a too obvious answer for everything.
Serbian film.
Cannibal Holocaust.
Salo.
I just said you can't say Salo.
Oh.
Feels too obvious.
Well, Cannibal Holocaust, at least the music at the start's pretty.
Pink flamingos.
Yeah. Pink flamingos. That's a good answer. Yeah. And that's all we have for questions. What are we covering next week?
So we will be covering the Boxing Day release in the UK, Better Man. Looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yep.
I have a feeling that film is going to be fucking huge.
Yep, it is going to be big. And when are we actually going to record?
I'm not sure. When are we going to?
I feel like Wednesday's out.
Yeah, Wednesday might be out. Yeah.
I feel like this is a conversation we can have once we've let everyone go.
Well, we could do the Sunday or the Monday. It's just to say it might be a while until the next show's out after this one is all.
Yeah, we'll work it out.
Yeah.
We can do one of those days.
I think our
Cool.
listeners are kind enough to get it and let us have some Christmas.
Yeah. And it probably wasn't one of those shorter episodes of Film Bastards, but I think we got some shit in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got some good stuff in there. I don't know why I was doing a fucking jerking motion there.
I don't know, you're just like
I
a
was
gobbling
fucking-
cock.
Yeah, I was blowing cock right there.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a girthy one as well.
Fuck's sake. Anyway.
Bye.
Oh, see, my intro wasn't chaotic. My outro's been chaotic.
Yeah, it is being,
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.